Hard to believe it's been 5 years since the coronavirus outbreak. How has COVID changed American life? And how does the pandemic continue to shape the way we live, even today? The health threat from the coronavirus is in the rearview mirror for most people. Pretty small shares of US adults view it as a major threat to public health, and a majority say it's no longer something we really need to worry about. But it's hard to overstate the impact the COVID pandemic had on the country. Looking back, 72% say it served to further divide us as a nation. Americans had disagreements over things like activity restrictions, school closures, and policies around COVID-19 vaccines. Often these debates broke down along partisan lines, a trend we continue to see today. For instance, most Republicans say there should have been fewer activity restrictions in their local area during the pandemic. The most common view among Democrats is that the restrictions were about right. Partisans also differ over things like whether the risks of the outbreak were exaggerated by the news media. Republicans say yes, Democrats say no. They also express different views over how well groups like public health officials did responding to the outbreak. But the story is not only about politics. Work, school, even how we spend our free time and find social connections were all impacted in a big way. For many workers, COVID spurred an era of remote or hybrid work. Today, among those who have jobs that can be done from home, hybrid is the most common setup, a big shift from before the pandemic. Through it all, the internet was critical to so many Americans. Students relied on connectivity and tech to complete assignments, and there was a boom in online gaming and virtual hangouts. But after all we've been through, are we better prepared for a future health emergency now than we were? Only 16% think we'd do worse than we did with COVID. From there's a split between thinking we'd do better or about the same as we did with a future health emergency. But a source of clear optimism lies in local community. About 7 in 10 think their own community would do a good job dealing with a future health emergency. And while the national public health system took some criticism during the pandemic, most also think it would do a good job with a future health challenge.